Hello, kings and queens. Welcome back to my channel. If today is your first time stopping by, a very warm welcome to you. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for clicking to watch this video. And to all my old subscribers, God richly bless you for your support to this channel. I believe by the special grace of God, you all are doing amazingly good. In today's video, I share with you all how I make my fresh fish okra soup. For this recipe, I am using tilapia. You can use any fish that you have available. Okay, kings and queens. So if you want to find out how I prepared this yumilicious goodness right here, then keep watching. So that's my okra soup that I paired with eba, and it really went down well. It was so yummy, so delicious, so tantalizing. All right, kings and queens, come with me to my kitchen and let's start cooking. Let me take you through the list of ingredients that we'll be using for today's recipe. Okay, so here are the list of ingredients that we'll be using today. 2 medium size of brown onion or Spanish onion, a pinch of salt to taste, 1 shrimp seasoning cube, 6 cloves of garlic, 30 grams of ginger, 2 scotch bonnet peppers, 1 paprika, 5 fresh tomatoes, 2 red onions, and I have in that bowl 1 large onion chopped, a teaspoon of ANISEED, and that is nkitinkiti in my local language, and 1 teaspoon of dried rosemary, 2 star anise. I have here 1 kilo of okra washed, and I'll be using some palm oil. So I'll be using about 1 cup to 1.5 cup of that palm oil. All right, and I have here my tilapia, nicely washed and clean. As you can see, I've made some incision on top of it. This is to allow the fish to absorb the marinade. Okay, so first of all, I'll start off by chopping my ginger, and then that will go in my blender. Next, I'll go in with the salt, garlic, the shrimp seasoning cube, and also minced or chop 1 red onion. And that goes in the blender, and then 1 of the Spanish or the brown onions. Remember there were 2. Yeah, I'm blending 1. We'll talk about the other one later. Okay, next I'll go in with my dried rosemary and the anise seed, followed by water, and blend this. Okay, so after blending this, I will scoop some of the minced or the chopped onions that was in the bowl. I'll scoop some onto the tilapia and then add in my marinade, which is the ginger, garlic, onion, anise seed, and then the dried rosemary, shrimp seasoning cube, and the salt mix. I'll give this a toss and then cover it with a cling film and let it sit in the fridge while I do other stuff. All right. Okay, so next I'll chop the other red onion. Remember the red onions were 2. Yes, I have already blended 1. At this point, I'm chopping the other one. That will go in the same blender that I used. And then next is the Scotch bonnet peppers, which is 2, and then 1 paprika. This is also known as red pointed peppers. Okay, so yeah, I'll cut that up and then deseed it. Next, it will go in the blender. So instead of me adding water to this, all right, before blending, I will deseed the fresh tomatoes and blend the seed with that, okay, together with that. So at this point, I'm deseeding the fresh tomatoes. Okay, now I'll pour that into the blender and blend. Okay, so next I will chop the remaining Spanish or brown onion. I'll chop it up. So this is what will go in the oil. All right, so I will fry this in the oil for some few minutes before adding in the blended vegetables. Okay, so next into my cooking pot or saucepan, I'll add in some palm oil. I'll be adding in about 1 cup to 1.5 cup. Heat it up and then add in the diced or minced or chopped onions. Now, you don't want your palm oil to be super hot, okay? That way you are bleaching the palm oil. Okay, so yeah, after frying the onion in the oil for about 2 to 3 minutes, I'll then go in with my blended vegetables and give this a very good stir. Okay, so next I'll cut up my okra. So I've already washed the okra. Okay, I did that off camera. And yeah, I washed it with salt water and then rinse it again. So I washed this 3 times. Okay, now you can choose to cut your okra into any size or shape or form, but this is how I am going. This is what I'm going for today. Going for the ring shape or the round shape. Yeah, this works faster and easier for me. And when the okra is cooked, it softens up and they break up easily. Okay, yeah, so I'll keep cutting or chopping until I finish cutting up all the okra. Next, I'll go in with the remaining chopped onions. Remember the one that I used in seasoning my tilapia. I didn't use everything. I saved some. Yes, so this is the reason why I saved part of the chopped onions. I love to cook my okra with some onions. You know, onions are sweet naturally, so they add some flavor to the okra. Okay, so at this point, I'll give this a very good stir and then blend the tomatoes, which is the fresh tomatoes, and pour that in. Okay, so at this point, I poured in the base of my okra soup, the blended tomatoes. I'm giving this a very good stir. I'll cover it with 8 lid and leave this to cook on a medium heat for 10 minutes. It's been 10 minutes, so at this point, I'll give this a stir, making sure that it doesn't get burned, okay? Yes, so I'll give it a very good stir. And next, go in with my seasoned tilapia. And now don't forget the marinade, okay? Try and then add that in as well, because that is very, very flavorful. Okay, so I'll rinse the bowl and pour that in and give this a very gentle stir. Now you got to be very gentle with this, okay? Because fish is super delicate, and if you don't handle it with patience, it will all fall apart. It will break up, okay? So be gentle to the fish. Now, we can't do a lot of stirring here, all right? So no stirring things be. Okay, so at this point, I'll cover this and then leave it to cook on a medium heat for 10 minutes while my the base of my okra soup is busy doing its own thing. I have my okra also boiling on the other side of the cooker. Okay, so at this point, I'm checking on my soup. So the base of the okra soup is been cooking for 25 minutes. And yeah, I'm happy with this. Okay, so the okra is also doing amazingly good. As you can see, it's boiling nicely. All right, so at this point, the okra is ready. And so I'll pour that into the base of the okra soup. So that is the soup. Now I'm going in with the okra, then it becomes okra soup. I'll give this a very gentle stir, very gentle one, just like so. So very, very gentle, all right? Because we don't want our fish to fall apart. We don't want the fish to break up into pieces. No, no, we don't want that. Okay, so be gentle at this point. Okay, so we're done now. We will leave this to simmer on a low heat for 5 minutes, and then I'll go in with some more habanero peppers. I'm adding in green habanero peppers. Paposhito or petit bell peppers would have been perfect, but I don't have that, okay? And yeah, at this point, my okra soup is ready. Remember, this is okra soup, not stew. So if it were to be okra stew, it was going to be a thicker, the consistency was going to be thick. But this is soup, and so it is light. And if you like your okra soup thicker than mine, just adjust the amount of water that you used in cooking the okra, okay? We had it with banku, yes, okra soup. So you can pair the soup with banku, kenke, eba, I mean, name it all. So here I am the next day enjoying my okra soup with eba, and this was just incredible. So delicious. And as you can see from this clip, the next day the soup thickened up. Look at that. Can you see that? Yes, it isn't as light as on the day that I prepared the soup. All right, kings and queens. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please click on that red subscribe button and also click on the bell notification icon, which is right by the subscribe button, and select all. Please Do not forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up if you really enjoyed watching it, and also comment. Until I come your way with something delicious, something yummy, something finger licking, something mouth watering, stay safe, stay out of trouble, be true to yourself, and remember that life's greatest lessons are usually learned at the worst time and from the worst mistakes. I will see you again in my next one. Bye bye.